The agenda is steeped in the events of four spectacular finals, each distinct in its own way, but they served as a collective to remind us that September footy really is the best.
To come over here, no one probably gave us too much of a chance, which we somewhat love, but yeah, really proud of the group right now.
Well, three quarters won't get it done in finals footy.
I just want to keep a bit of a lid on it.
They were really ready tonight to go. I thought we were, but they were much better than us.
Yeah, it's devastating.
We were 1 in 8 previously, now we're 1 in 6 chance of winning. Something pretty special.
That was a great win. I'm really proud of all the lads and how they went about it.
Finals are about moments. They took more moments than we did.
Over our coaching journeys, in particular in finals, there's some moments in big finals games that players get right.
Can you win it?
Yeah, I think we can, and the other 8 teams would be saying the same thing. It's small margins around now, and yeah, we'll give it our best shot.
Nick Dacos works the ball through for a brilliant goal. Jagoe has put it through. He's a miracle worker. They have been remorseless and relentless.
We're just playing match play right now. Now we don't know who our next match play is against. But I know one thing, that next time we play, there's only 4 teams left.
Has Dempsey kicked that? Oh, that is fantasy football.
Hello's voice has gone with the ball here. Geelong have turned the tables on the champs. They book all the advantages of September and they force the Lions to go the long way round the mountain.
You make a drama out of it. They've been in the last 7 final series and done some pretty good work in that time, so it's not always going to be a bed of roses.
It is so abrupt. The finish is so abrupt. I am nowhere near ready for the season to be over in 5 days' time.
And it's bye-bye to the Giants. The Hawks sneak it closer to goal. Taylor kicks it. Come on, Charles. Roll again.
The message is keep putting yourself in that position. Keep putting you in a position where you can fail on the big stage and be incredibly disappointed, but if you're not there, you'll never feel it.
I'm going to give you an exclusive here tonight, Jared. The man will play. It's head versus heart, but the combination of circumstances is he deserves his spot.
But if you close your eyes... Swallow held! He's held Swallow! And a big opportunity here. He'll get the free kick. Cox tackled him. He didn't have the ball. He's won 7 games for the bloody year. And he's going to get a crack to win the game. His first final. In his first ever final. He goes long. Swallow! Incredible! He fires! I reckon he's got it! He bloody well has! What an extraordinary finish to this game this has been. You wouldn't read about it. You wouldn't believe it. Siren, the agony and the ecstasy of sport. But if you it's been 15 years in the making. Do you believe in fairy tales? David Swallow, you are a hero.
There's no tougher challenge, I reckon, than coming across here in front of 60,000 fans, hostile environment, get headed with 2.5, 3 minutes to go and then respond. So they'll gain enormous confidence, I think, out of that victory.
It was a game you could only see in September. What a moment! I've never seen anything like it. My goodness.
What a kick! What a moment!
How about that for 4 finals? So we need 2 great minds for it. Leigh Matthews, welcome to 360.
Thanks, Jared. Gary, good to join you. I'm here a bit earlier so I can go to bed earlier. Is that the reason? I think there must be a reason.
That's why I'm here. How'd you go watching that, though? Well done to everyone to put that package together. Man, what a way to kick this final series.
Yeah, well, just the sharpness of winning and losing just comes more to the fore when you get into the knockout stage, which it is now for all
all 6 teams. But the agony and the ecstasy, as Dwayne said, it's very much that.
And you know, we throw cliches and we throw them around a bit at this time of year, but you know, the big one is, hey, finals is a whole different ball game. I reckon there's a couple of clubs who were sitting there tonight that perhaps had an experience and said, geez, you're damn right there is, including one over in South Australia who get a chance to redeem themselves. But that was at the next level. But they just didn't look ready for me. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Yeah. Well, being ready, I mean, but we always get a recency bias. What happened last weekend is always such a big issue, but it has little to do with what's going to happen next weekend and even the weekend after that. I mean, each contest is 2.5, 3 hours in a little package, and it's who does it best in the 2 or 3 hours. That's what's going to win or lose from now on, and win, go on and survive, and lose, you're out.
So you could have had your head in the clouds after all that, but to ground us, this is something that both of you believe in. What do you like? What statistics, what measures do you like during a game in September?
Well, one thing I always keep track of is the ability to create marks inside the 50-metre arcs for yourself, both forward and back, and stop the opposition creating marks in forward and back. And that hit me on Thursday night, and you gave Darcy Moore your best player of the round. I mean, his ability to intercept mark in the back 50 for Collingwood just kind of seemed to set up the game, isn't it? I don't know quite how or why, because sometimes he was on his own. It was like the Crows players were kicking the ball to him, so they dominated that part of the ground. And this is where Mason Cox comes into it. He because he's so big, they can't mark against him. And OK, it's great if you're a forward and you can mark the ball, but if you haven't got forwards who are going to mark the ball a lot, make sure the opposition don't. So I think that really got borne out in the Thursday night game, and the Friday night game was a bit similar. The 2 qualifying finals were like the big margin, where Geelong kind of dominated the inside 50s, both forward and back. If you do that, pretty good. It's the end of the process. It's not the start of the process, but the ability to do that is always will be so critical to me.
So the umpiring is Razor's Edge will do a big project on this tomorrow night. So there's the singular moments, which we sheet home too much to one man, I think, and then there's the systematic side of it. As this was unfolding, you're sitting in the stands as just the tumult spreads. What are we looking at here?
Well, it is credible. Yeah, I was sitting in the stands, and when you're at the football and you're not getting the replays, I mean, obviously, I can't recall ever being at a game where the ball has gone, you know, from one end to the other end for a free kick. And now, if it's a free kick, well, clearly that is supposed to happen. And I thought to myself, oh, I hope it was a big free kick, not a little wishy-washy one. Hope it was a big one, because this is a big furor, or the second one of you got them the 2 goals. But, I mean, that's a little free kick, isn't it? I mean, the one thing I would say, when 2 players are 100 metres from the ball, the contact should be almost none. Like, it's not like you're 10 metres from the ball and you're pushing and shoving each other. No, so there's no doubt that Cameron exaggerated the contact, and the contact was very little. But at the same time, there should be no contact.
You're saying from a defender's point of view?
From anybody's point of view. In other words, any player who's creating a contact like that, you could push that as, you could say that was a push in the back, if nothing else. All I'm saying is there should be no contact 100 metres from the ball, should there, in principle? Like, when you're around the contest, you're pushing and shoving, but it is usually... I watched a reserves game yesterday in the morning of Peninsula League, and there's 2 young umpires. Players were going down all over the place.
Is that a free kick, that one?
They were just saying, get up.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, in other words, that's what I got a feeling. It was a free kick. You can't shove the bloke, again, 50 metres from the ball. But nevertheless, Gerard, at the game, when you didn't have the replay, it was like a terrible, weird atmosphere, because you didn't know what exactly is going on here. So, when you get into the big picture of it, well, I guess if the umpire thinks it's a free kick, he's got to pay it. Now, I hate the fact the AFL are throwing their umpire under the bus. Like, OK, it was probably a bad decision, but you don't have to say it too categorically. They employ the umpires. It's like a coach and his team. The AFL's team of officiators is the umpires. Treat them with respect and don't throw them under the bus.
What should they have said then? Because if they don't give that answer...
I think said it was a very contentious decision, and the umpire at the time chose to give it.
Would that satisfy the...
No, that's not the point.
He's back
You've got to look after your umpires and every other umpire out in the suburbs that needs to be supported by the people who employ them.